created this book through Blurb, and it can only be bought online through Blurb, and this is the URL. It is a wonderful book of fine art photographs of the human body. It celebrates the human body with not only beautiful photographs, but with poetry throughout time. I have poetry from Aristotle. I start off with the Bible. So, you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful book that you can give as a gift. It's a beautiful book to keep and to show to your friends. It's a conversation piece. I think everybody should have a copy of this book because it's a book that elevates the human body and the human spirit. And I started this book, I started photographing the human body in the early 60s. I was hired as a medical photographer, but I was also a ballet domain. So this is one of my earliest photographs in 1963 of a young guy by the name of Larry. And I love the piece of poetry that I use from China. It says, "I do not know whether I was then a man dreaming I was a butterfly, or whether or not I'm a butterfly dreaming I am a man." Very whimsical poetry. So it's a great book. I would really love it if everybody bought a copy. Of course, I know that's not going to happen, but it would be wonderful. And this page says, "His only fault is that he has no fault." You know.
Okay, what's your name? What's the author's name in this book?
Pliny the Younger. This is the poet. You know, before.
Your name, the author's name.
Well, my name is Dianora Niccolini.
And you're the photographer of all these pictures.
Yes, I'm the photographer. So it's male, female, and couples. And it's a celebration of the human body. So nothing, you know, it's something to appreciate, to enjoy. Why did I do this book?
Up a little more.
Why did I do this book?
Yeah.
Because I was born in Florence, Italy. And
beautiful place.
I come from a cultured family, and I used to walk down the street and see all these wonderful statues. My mother used to take me to museums all the time, and I never thought that there was a problem with the naked body until I came to New York. And so my purpose in life is to elevate the human body, is to educate the American people and those, not only the American people, those who are embarrassed and have a problem, have issues. So I want to tell everybody the human body was created by God, and we need to appreciate it, not to be ashamed of it. And it's a work of art, it can be a work of art, and this is how I approach it. So
let's see some of those nice pictures. I just want to show you
some of the others, you know.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So
let me read you the poet, and I also used to write poetry. Let me just see, the poem I wrote on, I don't know where it is.
Did you write the poetry, or
I
you
wrote
took
some
quotes?
of the poetry. No, some of the poetry. Well, you know, most of the poetry is from ancient times, but here's mine, because I was a ballet domain. This I wrote in 1962. Ode to ballet. Oh, sleek, shimmering, swift, glittering, gliding forms, you who enkindle heart's desire, echo me themes, muse inspired. O joyous Junos, jubilant Jupiter's glittering, glistening jewels, you Olympian dwellers in gilded castles, musical reflections, rhythmic shadows, you who enthrall me into fantasy's bondage, on bended knees, I pay you homage.
Nice.
Okay, so I think you have enough now.
Now tell me, where is your website, or where can you buy this book?
This book can be bought through http,
Let me get a close-up of that.
www.blurb.com/bookstore/601-086.
Great. Okay, Dianora Niccolini of New York.
Yes.
USA.
Yes.
But originally of Florence.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So who are these wonderful people that you photographed? Are they all models?
No, throughout time. I mean, my brother-in-law is in here. you know, guys that I knew, you know, intimately or otherwise.
Right.
And then, you know, throughout time, so I gained a reputation. People would recommend people. I don't take people that I don't know because it's too dangerous. So, you know, people that are recommended, people through agencies. That's how.
Yeah. And you were saying that you photograph the beauty of the body just at its height, only at a certain time,
yes,
at a certain age.
like a flower.
What is the age? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like a flower. You know, there's that flower that starts with as a little bud, and then it opens up. You have to catch it right, because then it starts withering away. You know, like me, at my age, my body is withering away. And so we're like flowers. The point is to catch it in its prime. And the prime for women is normally between 18 and 25. And the prime with men is 18 to generally 35, sometimes 40. And then the body starts developing weird creases and, you know, things. So it becomes very unattractive. So I try to...
That's why good to have a photographic record of this hour of perfection.
Yes. I try to photograph people who have beautiful bodies in their prime. There's nothing wrong with people photographing people with, I mean, I did that as a medical photographer. I used to be a medical photographer. I photographed sick people, you know, and people who had terrible cancers and growths. You know, there's a purpose for that, and generally it's medical. But I just, you know, wanted to do a book that people would want and people would be able to talk about and enjoy and educate, you know, the next generation to appreciate the human body, not to exploit it, to appreciate it. That's the whole point of my book.
So what art in Florence were you particularly inspired by?
Well, Michelangelo.
Yeah.
You know, and I was compared to Michelangelo. In 1975, it was written up in the New York Times by Jean Thornton and compared to Michelangelo. But, you know, I mean, that's...
And tell me about your
gallery. I don't know how you can be compared to Michelangelo. He's so fantastic, you know, who am I? But, you know.
Yeah. Your gallery shows or museums?
Yeah, I have galleries, you know, in lots of shows. I'm in 9 museums. You know,
Where?
Currently, I think the museum that has the most prints is the St. Petersburg Museum of Fine Art. And they have about 60 prints at some point. There's not going to be a one-woman show.
And some of those prints are in your book?
Yes. And then the Getty has photographs of mine, the Library of Congress. Well, so I can't remember all the, but
okay, that's wonderful.
Lots of places, and I have a website, so DianoraNiccolini.com. So if people want to see more of my work and know where it is, that's where it is. I have to update it because I just had a show at the Gloria Kennedy Gallery, and then I was in a group show up in New Paltz at the Dorsky Museum for the Floating Foundation of Photography. So I have to update my website.
Okay.
So, anybody, everybody, buy my book. Please buy my book. It's a beautiful book, beautiful gift. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah.